well, we are back. I am your host, JoMaf. We are at the Maf Kast. Me sitting here chilling, talking this real shit. Got my engineer extraordinaire, J to the Whistle, in the cut. In the cut. Yeah, you been all right though, Jay? You all right? Cooling. Just elevating out here, growing and shit. True. I can dig that. You know what I'm saying? Everything is the same over here, just trying to grow. I think I ran into my first Karen the other day. Yeah, it tripped me the fuck out. I didn't even, it's crazy because when you come across a Karen, like I done came across, I wonder what's the name for the white man that's going and tell the cops, that's trying to run and tell the cops. What is his name? Ken? If it's Karen for the female, would the guy be named Ken?
No, it can't be Ken. That's a bar.
Can't be Ken. Well, with Stan, whatever the fuck kind of name you can come up with. I done came across a male white version of the snitch that go and run and tell the cops on some shit that don't need to be told. But I never came across a Karen, dog. And it's crazy because when it's happening, you be like, damn, it's actually happening right now. Like you don't even like it's so quick that you don't even really have time to really understand it's happening, dog. Like I'm chilling doing my 9 to 5. And if you the type of job I do, I do a certain type of trail, certain type of route. And I do it a certain type of way, which is more different than the most common person that does it. I come across the street. I see this white woman standing in front of her crib, right? I pass the joint doing my job. When I come back around, I see that same white woman standing on the corner with her arms folded. Face tight. I'm like, fuck her, what the fuck she mad about? So when I come across the joint, she flags me down. I pull up, I say, what's up, man? She say, you passed my house. I said, what? She started pointing, you passed my house. I said, I'm about to go to it right now. You do see the line that I'm going to, right? Like, you see I'm going this way. Your house is on this side. She says, okay. I see now. I'm sorry. I thought that she was skipping my house. I'm sorry. And I just sit there and look at her, and I just pull off. And I was like, so I guess she thought she saw a nigga, and nigga didn't do what she thought a nigga was supposed to do, and she was going to come and rectify the situation. And I'm sitting here like so many thoughts had hit my mind at once. I'm like, what? Who told her that she was the guardian of what's supposed to be done right? And then I'm thinking to myself, do they ever think that one of these incidents might not work out right? Like, do they ever think that maybe this might be the incident that they don't walk away from? They don't ever think about that. They just go and start barking, dog. Because she just started barking, dog. She don't know what kind of day I was on. She don't know what kind of emotional breakdown I was on the verge of. She didn't know nothing. She just started barking. And I was like, I am actually going through a Karen right now. But because it was a real misunderstanding, like it seemed to always be, it was a quick solve. I was like, I'm passing out now. She felt stupid, but I didn't meet her ignorance with ignorance. You know what I'm saying? And I guess because it happened too quick for me, I didn't catch on quick. But I'm telling you, it's hard to not meet that ignorance with ignorance once you see it, dog. I'm telling you, bro. Did you hear about the woman that stopped the old white woman that her neighbor was a black family who had a ticker flag? Bruh, the black family had a Tigger. You know Tigger, right? Yeah, from Winnie the Pooh, right? Yeah, he's picking daisies on a flag that's outside the house. White woman come knock on the door. Woman I guess the neighbor, you know what? Now you should think about it. The sister that opened the door, she must have knew that the neighbor was off because she had a phone on record. So when she opened the door, she said, "Hey, how you doing?" You listen to record. She said, "Hey, how you doing?" White woman say, "I'm doing fine. I just like to talk to you about that flag you got out here." So the woman said, "Oh yeah, what's the problem?" She was like, "Well, I don't think nothing's wrong with the American flag." She said, "I don't see nothing wrong with the American flag. I mean, this right here just makes the neighborhood tacky. I mean, I didn't say nothing about the shrubs that you don't cut. I didn't say nothing about your backyard, but this is just, no, I don't like it." She said, "I don't want to have to call and find out what violations that this is violating, but I will if you don't take it down." So the woman, one thing I didn't like about what the sister did, the sister just snitched on her brother. She was like, "I didn't do it. My brother did it." I was like, "Oh, bitch, you one of them. She ain't even a motherfucking police and you tell it." But she didn't meet her ignorance with ignorance. She just kind of laughed at it a little bit and just told her, "Okay, goodbye, right?" But I was telling my woman, I was like, maybe we need to have a code, right? A code. Maybe we say to our family, like you know how they do like tornado drills at school and shit, like fire drills. With us black homes, we need to have like a Karen drill, we need to say K1 or K2, and that K1 may mean we're just gonna let this go, but K2 might mean get the bail money. I'm about to attack this bitch because I'm saying to myself, what are we doing that's making them feel like we need to stop this? I haven't seen a response that we've done that was good enough to actually stop how many Karens keep on doing this shit. I think we do need to resort to violence. I think we do. I wouldn't say that somebody needs to be hurt, but a playful smack, a people's elbow, gotta be something. We gotta do something, dog. They're knocking on motherfuckers' doors. She knocked on their door. Violation number 1. And then number 2 was the bullshit that came out of her mouth. And we gotta sit there and take it, shit. We gotta sit there and take it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, it's sometimes you know what? Being black is like a mind game. Being black is like a 24/7 mind game. You're going to break. You're going to crack. But you can't stay cracking. And you can't stay all broken up. You got to pick up the pieces and try again, like that good old Leah song. But that shit fucked me up, dog. You know what I'm saying? Karen running her motherfucking mouth. Felt stupid. And thank God she had enough common sense to retreat. She didn't double down on some ignorant shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, fuck Karens. Motherfucking Naomi Osaka. What you think about her, Will? That's the tennis player, the Haitian and Japanese tennis player that she date. What's the homie name? They're from Maryland. The rapper from Maryland. Damn, it's on the tip of my tongue, bro. Corday. But yeah, she's beating Serena. You know what I'm saying? She's pretty really good. I mean, I dare even say great at tennis. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you, I've been very confused about her. From everything. I ain't gonna lie, I've been confused if she's fine or not. I've been confused at her position on things. You know what I'm saying? My family love her. You know what I'm saying? They love everything she do. They support her. And that's cool. That's great. But how she first came across my confusion radar is she was talking about how she was taking some time off because of mental illness. And she didn't really appreciate the reporter's questions. She felt like they was a little bullish or whatever, and she wanted to take some time away. So, you know, me personally, when I first heard that, you know, I'm from the school like, don't run from the fight. You know what I'm saying? Grow tough enough skin, or grow the wit to hit him back with the way you want to do. Don't just fold. But it seemed like she was using her leverage of her newfound power to try to make some changes in the sport. And I respect that. I respect athletes, especially black athletes, that use their power, and not even just athletes, but black people that use their power and try to make something right? I really dig that. But I'd be confused on if she's doing it in a weak way, in a passive aggressive way, or she's just doing it her way because she's young and I just need to let live. You know what I mean? But she cried during an interview the other day when they was asking, because I want to say I want to send my love and condolences to the country of Haiti. They just suffered a 7-point something earthquake, fucked a lot of shit up, killed a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I want to send my love out there to that family. I mean, to that country. But she's actually going to give a portion, I think all of her proceeds to the country for they, you know what I'm saying, for they, for the relief. You know what I mean? I respect that. But she cried in the interview the other day, you know what I'm saying? And then because somebody had asked her something about Haiti, you know what I mean? And she cried, and because I guess it was tied to her emotions about what happened to the country. But then the narrative kind of was like, Naomi Osaka cries from back and forth with reporter. And that's not what happened. The girl was asked the question, and I think she had an emotional string to the conversation because her father's from that country. So I'm pretty sure, and she loved her father and she loved that country. You know what I'm saying? So, but the narrative is like, and trust me, I don't give a fuck about white media, bro. I do not. But what my whole thing is, like, I don't. When has mental illness become an excuse to stay weak? And I'm not saying mental illness is weak, because I think I know that I suffer from mental illness, and I know that most black folks suffer from mental illness. But our culture's always been one to at least say that we got to work twice as hard as the next man. You know what I'm saying? Now it might not be coming from a place of strength when we say, we might be saying it from a place of accepting the minority narrative, and we want to buy into that traditionalism, but still that hard work ethic is in our and that warrior spirit is in our DNA, dog. So when I see her crying in the interview, when I see the narrative is spun like the questions are too crazy for, and I'm like, why won't she play it differently? Why won't she neither not answer the questions? You know what I'm saying? Pull a Marshawn Lynch. I won't hear I won't get fined. You know what I'm saying? Or pull a Rasheed Wallace. When Rasheed Wallace was like, we play hard. Next question. We play hard. Next question. You know what I'm saying? Like, pull an AI. You talking about practice? But to me, I don't want to say it, but to me, I feel like, the newer generations is using this mental illness as a form as a weapon to use it as a weapon to weaponize their cry, to weaponize their complaint about something. And I'm like, play the game, get your money, and get out. If it's so fucked up, you ain't gotta stay in it. Now, change it, of course. But I'm saying questions, I don't think I'm ever gonna let a question affect me. You know what I'm saying? Coming from where I come from, motherfucker can be doing something way worse than ask you questions. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm I'm confused about Shorty, dog. I'm really confused because I like her and I support her. My family does, definitely. But I like Shorty. But I just don't understand her position with this. Well, because with her personal mental illness plight. I don't get what's tough about the questions that they're asking her pertaining to tennis. I don't get it, man. I'm if somebody can enlighten me, please do, because she's very perplexing, dog. I'm listening to the motherfucking audio. I'm thinking, I'm waiting because they said Shorty cry. I'm like, man, what the fuck did they say to Shorty make her cry? And then it was just a simple question like, so with what Haiti was going on, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, she started crying. And the woman was like, oh, I'm sorry. And Naomi even said, oh no, you're fine. And so to see the headline say, Naomi cries after bullish question from reporter. I'm like, that's not what happened. That's not what happened, man. Shorty made a lot of money on the tennis, dog. So I'm like, if you're bigger than the game, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Don't play it. You know what I'm saying? I had the same feeling about Kyrie when Kyrie was going on a little tyrant one time, telling the reporters, I don't talk to minions. These motherfuckers asking this nigga questions about basketball. This nigga said, I don't talk to peasants. Nigga, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, if you bigger than the game, then cool, step the fuck off. I'm not saying you wrong, but I'm saying if you even going to change the shit, or you gonna make sure the shit don't change you. What the fuck is it? But hey, I digress. Motherfucker, I got something that gotta be said. Something has to be said, bro. Something has to be said. Turk from the Hot Boys. You know Turk from the Hot Boys, Will? Turk from the Hot Boys. The weakest member of the Hot Boys. He's actually he could start his own group called the Lukewarm Boys because he wasn't hot. He wasn't hot. This nigga once again is on Vlad interview, and this nigga bring up again, because this ain't his first time saying this shit, but he's bringing up again about him and Lil Wayne kissing Baby when they was with the Hot Boys back when they first started. And he's saying, the way he's trying to rationalize it, he's saying, yeah, a lot of homeboys have gay games that they play with each other. Matter of fact, he said all guys. He didn't even say some. He said all guys have gay games that they play with their homeboys. He said, but I know what I know now. I mean, in this era, I wouldn't do that because I wouldn't want nobody to get confused to think I'm like that. But I'm saying, that's how shit was. And I gotta tell you, Turk, you just gotta accept that you're gay, or at least that you had a gay moment in time. You gotta accept it. This is the problem here. The flimsy motherfuckers is trying to do flimsy shit and still say that they are tough and macho. Like, why they won't just stay in the flimsy, soft, daffodil category? Why do they gotta keep trying to hop in a tough lane? It's the most craziest shit to me, dog. Turk needs counseling. He needs counseling. Baby hurt him. This nigga sitting over this on a grown-ass man. I believe he has children. And he's sitting here talking about all the homies got gay games. No, they don't. No, the homies don't, Turk. I've never, nigga. Never. Ever. I don't play gay games with niggas. That ain't never been my thing. Never will be my thing. I look at niggas that do that shit like they funny. That was the reason why I didn't join the football team in high school. Because them niggas used to play gay games with each other. And I was like, oh, nah, I'm not doing no locker room shit with these niggas. Basketball it is. But I'm like, no, Turk, you got to stop. And neither tell Vlad you not talking about it no more, or just accept the fact that you was doing gay shit and it was gay shit. It wasn't no real nigga shit. Mafia, stop saying it was a mafia shit. Mafia niggas do not kiss in the mouth. No, they do not. Y'all niggas was doing anything to get on. That's the truth. He said the only nigga that wasn't getting kissed like that, I think, was Juvenile. And I think Young Buck. But, you know, Young Buck probably wanted him to kiss him now. You know, shit that he been involved in. It's the same, but I say the same thing about that nigga Hassan Campbell. This nigga's a bitch. This nigga used to be African Bambaata's boyfriend. But because this nigga went to jail, did some muscles, had got some muscles, came back out, this nigga be talking to platforms like he's tough, like he's about that shit. And it's like, nigga, it don't matter how many, you can catch 20 bodies. You still was a nigga boyfriend. It don't matter. I can get beat up every day I walk the street. I'm never a nigga boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? What the fuck? Hassan Campbell, you need to go take a seat. Sit the fuck down. It's gotten crazy. It's the world now. Like I tell niggas, I don't believe that we in the same world that I grew up in. Like, I know times change and shit like that, but I think that we in a parallel universe, nigga. I don't think this is the same. Nah, it's too much shit that's off and it's unexplainable. You can't explain this shit. Motherfucker told me, I found out the other day, early today, they said that jacket that Kanye wore on his on the stadium when he was performing for his listening party, they said he sold that jacket for $200. It sold for $7 million overnight. Bruh. So do you know what that's really saying, bruh? It's a whole rack of dummies out here. It's a nigga. Who's wearing that jacket? Hey, but you know what? You know what? I'm probably, now that I say that, I'm probably gonna see that shit all week. I'm probably gonna see niggas outside with that jacket on. I'm like, who the fuck is buying? I don't even know why niggas is buying Kanye clothes. I haven't seen nothing that look good. But who admire with fashion, right? But at the same time, my nigga, his shit is trash. But we live in a world now where motherfucker will spend a bunch of bread to look broke. His clothes got holes in them and shit. Why you just won't be broke? Why you just won't rip your holes in the pants you got? It works already. But Turk, you gotta chill, dog. You gotta chill. You niggas like Tank. Tank was going around at one time saying, if you get your dick sucked by a dude one time, it ain't gay. Some shit he said, nigga. You niggas want to bend the rules for you niggas' personal pleasures. I'm tired of this shit. Stop it, dog. I had to tell my mans one day. I was like, dog, which one of these niggas out here getting their ass ate? The nigga was like, ain't nothing wrong with getting your ass ate. I was like, you was one of those niggas getting their ass ate. He was like, man, ain't nothing wrong with this shit. If a bitch do it to you, ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm like, hey, cuz, I got one problem with that shit. He was like, what? I was like, ain't not one manly position you can be in while you getting your ass ate, nigga. Think about it. Nigga try to say, no, dude, when you stand up, put your leg up like, nigga, shut the fuck up. You over here queefing like a bitch. Shut up. These niggas is tripping, bro. I feel for these new chicks out here. These young girls, I feel for y'all. These bitches, you can't just be worried about another bitch. You gotta be worried about the homeboys too, with the homie love. These niggas is weird. I'm telling you, bro. This shit is crazy. Motherfucker, speaking of hot boys, Lil Wayne says on an interview, he says that he attempted to commit suicide because as a kid, because somebody told him that he couldn't rap. Now, this is the thing about Lil Wayne, a nigga that I want to put on blast. Lil Wayne, he is a talented nigga, but at the same time, he's doing the same thing that everybody's doing now, which is carving out their own narrative for the longevity of their brand. Lil Wayne, I remember they said when he was a kid that he shot himself playing with a gun, practicing rapping, looking in the mirror. Said a white cop saved him and shit. And even then, I didn't believe that story. But I said, you know what? We're going to rock with it. Years now, this story, I'm like, Lil Wayne, you trying to make sure that your name get carved in the Music Hall of Fame, my nigga, and it's already is. You don't gotta prove niggas. Nigga, do a versus with somebody and just murk them out the water. You can do that. But nigga, come on. This story, I get tired of hearing niggas because he was once again talking about mental illness. But the thing I be tripping out about mental illness is why black folks think that we all don't have it. We all have it. We all be going through some shit in this country, all suppressing some type of feelings, some type of desires, some type of anger, some type of anxiety. We all suppressing some type of shit. We living in an oppressive system, so we are suppressing shit. Why don't you think that we all are suffering from mental illness? Everybody, nigga. I told my aunt that shit one time and fucked her head up. She was like, well, maybe it's mental illness, just, some type of, she used some word. And I'm like, nah, dog, I don't give a fuck because I can show you, you can tell me whatever the fuck your foundation is, and I can show you where these niggas that run this country that lied to you about shit. I don't give a fuck what you pick. You can write it on a goddamn circle and just and spin it, and I'll be like, open my eyes like, so yeah, they lied to you about this, and we believe it. We all suffer from some mental illness, dog. I'm gonna tell you, the only way that a black man can heal is by unlearning this shit that you learn and then teaching yourself some shit. Fuck what they teaching you. I tell niggas that shit all the time. Don't niggas be going to college. So I'm educated. Nigga, you just know what they told you. Nigga, you ain't educated. You probably can't even think for your goddamn self. Damn, I done went on a tangent. Motherfucker. But yeah, Lil Wayne, I don't believe you, man. You know what I'm saying? I wish mental illness didn't take this type of form that it's taken, because it's a real conversation. It's a real conversation. I think, for one, I suffer from anxiety. I think I suffer from even probably some trauma, some PTSD being a nigga. Being honest, I think I do. Motherfucking and if you don't believe that we black and us black folks that got mental illness, just see how we talk to each other. Not when shit's sweet. Just see how we talk to each other when shit go crazy. We lose all type of motherfucking codes and shit. We say the most hurtful shit. We don't know how to talk to each other, listen and have compassion and shit when the heat is on. When the heat is on, nigga, we savage. But, oh man, this next story, dog, we gonna have to get to this, Will. We got to get to this. Man. You know what? Before we get to that, did you see? I saw some shit that was heartbreaking. Did you see the clip of that guy who fell in the water with his girl on his back? Look how this nigga went. I wish they could put the camera on how this nigga just laughed. Bruh, did you see the whole video? Nigga, let's talk about this. Dog, that's the worst thing you could ever imagine, especially if that was a first date. Nigga, If that was a first date, it's over. You should go home. And that happened in the city, D.C. It was Virginia? Bruh. All I'm saying is this. Listen, y'all, the world had to have seen this by now. This shit went viral. It was niggas and did videos on top of video reactions to this. It's hilarious. The first time I saw the video, though, Will, all I saw was the motherfucker falling in the water. And I saw from the get-go the way he was walking. I'm like, dog, he don't have the leg power that it's going to take to keep her above the current. And he was walking, and he was walking in a across the flow of the current, and this nigga had her on the back. Like, she was just, it was a recipe for disaster. It took like 4 strong steps. Then that thing came and knocked her ass in the water. She goes flipping. Now, when I first saw the video, that's all I saw. And I cut it off. I was like, oh, okay. Then somebody sent me Kev on stage, his reaction to her. And he showed the end of the video. The guy, so that's what I'm saying. The end of the video made the whole video even more worse. As the couple was going down the fucking current, looked like they was drowning in the motherfucking water in the street. Dirty water at that. This nigga, like John Coffey, Michael Clark Duncan ass nigga, he was with some bitches. If you look in the video slow-mo, he was with some bitches. At least he was talking to them. This nigga stops what he's doing, looks like a superhero. Nigga walks over. Now, if you look, I studied this video like 8-9 times. If you look, the girl started fighting the guy who dropped her because she was mad. She calls out for help. That's when the dude comes and put extra force in his steps. Because if you see, he kind of walked towards slow. The girl called out for help. The dude comes, this nigga had to been like, the guy that was holding her was like 5, he was like 5'8", 5'9". The nigga who came like her motherfucking knight in shining armor, he was like 6'2", big bulky motherfucker, lifted her out the water like she was being baptized. The nigga lifted her. All you saw was cheeks. Oh my God, her ass was glistening. He lifted her up. The dude then grabs the guy and holds on to his shirt so he cannot drown and walk out of the water with them. Listen here, guy. Listen, dude. Hey, you, guy. That's not your girl no more. That's not your girl no more. And you shouldn't be mad. You should not be mad. You should be mad at yourself, guy. You know why? Now, don't be mad because you didn't hit the gym. Don't be mad because of that. Don't be mad because you slim. Don't be mad because of that. Be mad because you did not think ahead about your strengths and your weaknesses. You trying to impress the bitch with muscles you know what that nigga got. You trying to impress the bitch. The bitch was drowning, nigga. Dog, for a minute, they was floating down the street. Dog, when the dude picked her up, he picked her up like they was fucking already. He picked her up like they about to go fuck. She wraps her legs around a nigga. Did you see that? Bruh. That shit hurt my heart for that dude. But then I said, dude, no. That's when you gotta be cooler than that, dog. She said, oh, I want to go across the street. Can you carry me? You tell that bitch, I can't carry you with this gun on me. You say some thug shit. Man, I got this strap on me. I can't carry you with the strap on me. You know what I'm saying? You gotta figure out something. You gotta think fast. On the fly. Hey, look, I've been in that situation, dog. Not carrying across some water. So I feel cuz, nigga, I wasn't hitting the gym. And this chick, she was like, oh, we was in a park. She wore an all-white outfit in the park. She was looking good as shit, I ain't gonna hold you. But an all-white outfit in the park. She jumped, she said, can you carry me over the grass? Thick motherfucker, too, just like I like them. I said, sure. Nigga, I picked her up, nigga. My back said, nigga, you got 5 seconds. You got 5 seconds. So I started sprinting. I ain't walk, I sprinted. Made it seem like, I just like that workout. No, I didn't. I didn't like the workout. That was a strain. But I did the best I could acting, nigga. That dude this is going to stay with him forever. Listen, this is going to be his story arc for why he's a villain moving forward. That nigga going to be a villain. Whatever good was in that nigga, it died during that drowning. It died. Hope for who? For the new couple to be the big guy, the nigga she saved, the bitch she saved?
For him, because the only one that know about it is the girl. So if she don't run her mouth, then it's lost cause because there's no camera in his face.
Yeah, because ain't nobody. You they're lucky there wasn't no zoom in. They lucky it wasn't no zoom in, bro.
But if somebody know him, it's over. Because they clowning him right now.
Clowning. All his friends is clowning though. Nigga, he got the phone call ASAP. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, he's getting trolled in group chats that he was the man in. He ain't the man in no more. But dog, that video was hilarious, dog. But listen, we're gonna segue into knowing your strengths and your weaknesses as a guy. I think the homie name is PJ Washington. Is that his name? Oh man, Brittany Renner. You heard about this? Brittany Renner is an Instagram chick who always be talking sex, talking that, get a nigga for that bag type talk, that city girl talk, right? That OnlyFans talk. You know what I'm saying? She's been known to be fucking celebs. The great Colin Kaepernick made the bitch. She complained because the great Colin Kaepernick made the bitch buy her own ticket to fly out to fuck him. That man is a great man for doing that. Well, Brittany Renner, I think she's close to 27, 28. She had came out with a book, I want to say a couple years ago, talking about how to get a basketball player, because she said they're the dumbest ones and they don't like to fuck with condoms. You can get them quicker than anybody. She reportedly got married, had a baby to this guy, this new draftee to the NBA, young boy, 19, I think, 20. They say that she was coming to his basketball games when he was 18. And she was, and I guess, so he bunned her, he wifed her up, got her pregnant, and she divorced him 2 weeks after having the baby. Yeah. And they claim, even though they claim this report was a lie, but they claim that she's going to get like $200,000 a month. Now, this is the crazy part about the story, right? As a man, I can't feel for this nigga because she was an easy pick. She told you who she was on the internet. If you didn't believe that, that's because you like to believe lies. Some people like to believe lies. I realize that. So I can't, but the only thing where my beef comes in is the perception of this thing amongst women when you talk to them about it. I feel like shorty should get a charge on it. I feel like shorty should get a charge on it. Why? Because even if you don't care about the guy, even if you're going to say he was stupid, he should have known better, right? But does a child deserve to be brought in the world under those type of pretenses? Does a child deserve to be brought in the world because one was dumb and the other one was predatory on getting that for the bag? What kind of, this kid is going to be in for a world of trauma. And this is why I say this chick, Brittany Renner, okay, we can, listen, ladies, we can agree that this nigga was dumb as fuck. He looked a little slow. If you look at his pictures, he looked a little slow. She might be right about that. She might be right about that. But this is my issue with women, is that they believe that this isn't a predatory move. And I don't want to dilute this word, but I feel like it's kind of rapey. It's a little rapey. Okay, she didn't pin the nigga down, but she picked somebody that she could prey on. Let's flip it. If it was a 27-year-old nigga who wrote a book talking about how to get young bitches to fuck them and make them fall in love with the dick, and he was at an 18-year-old girl's cheerleading game, a game where she was cheerleading at an 18, you would call this nigga Kelly, right? You would be like, yo, this nigga, he's a predator. He's a pedophile. He likes them young. They would use all kind of shit. But this chick straight up preyed on this nigga, played on this nigga, brought a child with this nigga. And it's nothing she can say. She can't say, oh, it was love and it went wrong. No, we know she was premeditated because she already said this how she moved. But I feel like a woman like this should not have supporters. But even truer, but we live in a world where people will support you for fuck shit. So okay, but a woman like this should have friends. Let's keep it a buck. A bitch like this got a lot of friends. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of friends who wish that they would do the same thing like her. Bruh, I'm telling you. You know what's crazy? It's not marketable to show how horrible women can be. I realize that. It's not marketable. That's why you can have 50 movies a year showing you how horrible niggas can be, men can be, and they give you like one movie every 5 years, like what's that Tyler Perry movie with Sinead O'Thara where she was horrible? I forgot that fucking movie. They give you one movie, they give you a Precious Mama, they give you one movie every now and then. But nigga, you want to talk about some deep, dark, horrible shit? Man, women will bring that shit up in you and out of you and to you. Nigga, my whole thing is this. Man, we got to start realizing that the pussy, like my nigga the Great Linwood would say, it's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. Listen, pussy is great. I ain't gonna hold you. It is phenomenal. It's the second best thing from air. Okay, put water after pussy. Okay, if pussy came in a bottle, I would pick that before water. Yes, I will. But what I'm saying is, we make that shit out to be so much more of an importance than it really is, and it ain't until we ruin our lives or get old that we realize that the pussy ain't all that is cracked up to be in terms of what's important in life. I'm telling you, bro, like, I remember me growing up, bro. I passed up on so much pussy back in the day. I'm talking about passed up. And the reason why I passed it up is because my mama used to say some shit to me that really fucked my head up when I was a kid. She used to tell me, she used to say, you better be careful who you be fucking with. Because I remember they found some condoms in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? Dumbass kid, leaving condoms in the pocket. I ain't even using them motherfucker, but I just carried them and shit just in case, right? They found them, so they started talking to me, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more frequently, like, look, you better be careful out there what you're doing, because you fuck around and have a baby by somebody that you hate, and that'd be the worst thing to happen to you, because you got to deal with that person for the rest of your life. Fuck 18 years. You be tied to that person for the rest of your life. And that shit used to horrify me, nigga. I used to think, God damn, I couldn't even imagine just one night of passion and I with a bitch that I just want to fuck, and I got to see this bitch for the rest of my fucking life. So, nigga, it would have been, it was a lot of times where I passed up on pussy. There was a lot of times where, oh, shit, I ain't got no condom. Fuck it. A lot of times where I had a vibe where it wasn't the right time, wasn't the right bitch. And I'm like, this what ain't it. Sometimes I fucked up. Just fumbled the ball, fumbled the pussy. But either way, it was a lot more bitches that I used to have a lot of regrets about not going through with, right? It wasn't until I got older and realized it's nothing to regret because it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me to experience. Now, because once you start learning about sex for real, not about just the humping and bumping. I'm talking about when you start learning about the exercise and the energies, the transmitting of demons and all this type of shit, nigga, sex ain't nothing to be playing with. Sex ain't nothing to be playing with. Sex is a beautiful thing that the Creator gave us. But I'm gonna tell you, we done minimized the shit into just a climax, and not knowing it's so much more powerful than that. Like I said, it was a chick not too long ago. I was about to tear down. But nigga, her spirit wasn't right. That spirit, it just seemed like poison. I said, man, this bitch, I can feel the darkness. Now, my spirit with that spirit, of course we're going to make some fucking tragedy, some great tragedy to happen. So I had to let Shorty Ross say, nah. Her spirit wasn't right. And it took me to get in my 30s to start talking like that, for real. You could holler at me in my 20s. I'm like, spirit? I ain't fucking her spirit. Yes, I am. Yes, you are. You are fucking her spirit. You better be careful. You will find yourself having her issues. Don't even know where it came from. So I'm saying, hey, man, we live in a world where it's a lot of Brittany Renners out here, dog. And not only is it a lot, they being championed. They being supported. They being applauded. So you gotta think a lot more strategic with your dick, man. You do, dog. It's all, I call it dick management. Niggas gotta get their dick managed right. No bullshit. It's crazy, dog. I wish we could live in them days where we just free, just bust off and shit. Nah, it ain't even like that no more, dog. These chicks out here, you fuck with the wrong one, your life, you gonna feel that way forever. This dude is gonna feel that way. He already complaining, talking about she won't let him see his son. So he gonna feel that for a minute. He gonna feel this weight for a minute. And that child is gonna be at the mercy of all the shit that they gonna throw at each other. So when we spoke about that about Future and his situation. So it's unfortunate, man, but like I said, dog, it's the norm of this new parallel universe, dog. It's the norm. It really is. Motherfucking. I'm gonna make a hot take right now. I'm gonna have a hot take right now. Puffy, before Puffy leaves this earth, or maybe around the time Puffy transitions, I'm not wishing it, Puff. we're gonna find out that he had something to do with Biggie's murder. We're gonna find it out. We're gonna find it out. You heard it here first. We're gonna find out that Puffy has something to do with Biggie's murder. That sound crazy, right? Niggas like, Joe, what the fuck you talking about now? Maybe Pop. Because they was beefing, but not Big. Hey, listen. You got to use your brain. One thing about me, dog, my father raised me to use my own brain. It took me about 20-something years to actually start doing it, right? But God damn it, I am doing it and I will not stop. Nigga, if you just use your brain, if you got your golden goose, how you make money, your golden egg, you're not going to put your bread and butter in harm's way for a bag at the moment. Not if your bread and butter has been your bread and butter. You're going to want it to stay your bread and butter for as long as it can be. I always thought something was fishy about Puffy having Biggie out in California 6 months after Pac died. Pac got killed. I always thought something was fishy about that. Always. Always. But all I had was my little bit of assumptions. No, I ain't got no information. I ain't in a circle. But once again, this nigga Glad got Gene Simmons, which was a bodyguard for Puffy, around and Biggie around the time of Bad Boy, around the time that of Biggie's demise. He's saying there's some inconsistencies with Puffy surrounding Big's death. He says Big has sold his publishing because he was hurting for cash. He sold his publishing to Puffy for $200,000. Puffy took a lot of publishing, almost owned more than half of this nigga. So he had to listen to Puff because Puff owned him. And Gene says that he got word that it was some niggas gonna come to smoke Big that night that Big got smoked. He told Big and he told Puff. Of course, Big ain't gonna want to hear the shit. But he said Puff ain't want to hear the shit. And not just to mention that, he said that Puff had made a comment in the height of the Biggie and Pac joint. He had made a comment, said, man, some shit gotta change, man. I don't give a fuck if Pac gotta die or Big gotta die or go to jail. Something gotta change. That don't sound like somebody that cared about somebody. So now I ain't gonna sit there and say I believe 100% what Gene say. I don't know Gene. Gene seemed like a stand-up nigga though. If you look at it, if you listen to him, he seemed like a stand-up nigga. But in my heart, nigga, I feel like Biggie was set up by Puffy. I do, dog. I do. I realize that the music business, the people who surround the business part, they're the biggest gangster niggas than the rappers, than the black people that you see. These motherfuckers that be behind the scenes, the Jewish nigga, the Italian niggas, the white motherfuckers you see, they got ties to the underbellies, and they use them. So I don't think that we're Puff standing where he's standing now. Puff had to have snaked some people to get there, to have the longevity. Puff had to have snaked people. And we've known a lot of people that got bad business deals with Puff. We know that shit. But I'm telling you, it's gonna come out that Puff has something to do. He has something, and when I say something to do, he allowed them to take him out. And that's all I can say because I don't know nothing. But I'm telling motherfuckers, listen to this nigga Gene talk. This ain't the first time that he said this shit. He's been very consistent about his story. He even says that Puffy wired $1 million to the Crip niggas who killed Pac. It's some dirty motherfuckers out here. And you know what's wild? I'm willing to bet that all these niggas that we champion are the most dirtiest motherfuckers that you can imagine. And the only reason why I say that, not all, but I'm willing to believe a lot of them is because of the way the society is. This society does not champion humanity. This society champions you to be desensitized, for you to be a monster. And the more monstrous you can get, the more you will be championed, the more you be applauded. So everybody that you think is a household name, I guarantee you they some fuck people. No bullshit. Just because they look like us don't mean that they like us. I'm telling you, bro. I've been noticing that too, dog, in this world. Humanity, they will lock you up for humanity. You know that? They will lock you up for showing humanity. If you become a robot, they will act like you was a victim in some story where you was the aggressor. Long as you were a agent for their bullshit. This motherfucking woman was flashing. This woman was at a conjugal Zoom visit with her man, right? She gets to feeling and touching herself and pulling titties out and shit. They catch a whiff of it. Instead of them having a humanity moment. Humanity, bro. This nigga's in jail. He ain't seeing no titties. You, instead of having, he was like, oh, look, hey, man, you can't do that. We saw you. Don't do that next time. Just chill. We're going to find you, whatever. They arrest her, lock her up. She's out now, but they arrest her. Like she's a criminal. My nigga, she was showing her man the titties on a Zoom. But this dog. I'm trying to tell you, bro. We live in a place where they want you to be robotic. They want you to just be walking in the fucking line with your head down, bro. They don't want you to look back. Let's even go back to George Floyd. Rest in peace. That horrific video. Motherfuckers standing there with the camera screaming, get off, this and that. You know what I would want? I would want people to rush an officer. Because I even saw that. Shout out to those niggas who threw those fucking trash cans at them bitch ass police officers that was fucking with that, trying to knock this nigga out while he was already had his hands behind his back in DC. They was throwing the fucking trash cans at them bitch ass niggas. Shout out to y'all kings, soldiers. But like I said, with this George Floyd case, I would want niggas to rush the officer, but you know damn well that that act of humanity will be met with violence. You know they would have been murdering niggas. It would have been more George Floyds. And that's how they want it, though. They want you afraid to show humanity. They want you to look at your neighbor like your neighbor is your adversary, your nemesis, nigga. Now I didn't want to tell you I don't trust neighbors, but I'm saying, nigga, you gotta do something to me for me to do something to you, nigga. I'm trying to be in peace out here, and if I can save a motherfucker, I will. You know what I'm saying? Like I brought up a story the other day about LeBron James saving Carmelo, and I forgot to tell you, nigga, do you know he ain't the only nigga that saved motherfuckers in water? Nigga, I saved the baby when I was a kid, and in the pool, and it's over there in Temple Hill. Some rug rat bitch had her baby around the pool. I'm in the pool. Baby running by on the side of the pool, slipped right in the water. Bloop, bloop. That baby went down, nigga. Bloop. That's all you heard. I couldn't even swim, nigga, but I was nearby. Nigga, I dove and ran in that water. You know you can't run in water, right? But I ran, nigga. Got that baby. I couldn't lift that baby up, but like this. I was so motherfucking small. All I could do is lift the baby up the water. Somebody came and picked the baby up. But ain't no news come out for me, bitch. But I'm still a hero. But yeah, man, acts of humanity. They do not want you to be humane out here. They want you to be a robot, bro. They want you to sit by and allow everything that they want to happen to you. It's crazy, bro. Nobody would sit and look at themselves and say, have I lost my humanity? Because I'm telling you, bro, and the crazy part about it is that if you want to keep, I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to keep it a buck. Like the nigga, nah, I ain't going to say that. I'm going to keep it a buck, though. Some cultures, that's not a norm for them. And I'm talking about the European culture. That's not really a norm for them. Humanity. That is not a norm for them. It's a norm for us. And that's why they spend so much time trying to shackle us and rape us and beat the shit out of us. And even now, we still got humanity left in us, but we still would rather do the fuck shit because the society champions the fuck shit. But I'm telling you, man, ask yourself that question, though. Have you lost your humanity? Are there things that you don't care about that you should care about? I'm pretty sure the answer will be yeah if you're honest with yourself. But like I said, who the fuck is Joe, right? Who the fuck is Joe? You see Joe got to whoop a nigga ass last week. Now I'm talking about saving the world. Such a crazy motherfucker. But at the same time, nigga, I'm me. I am me. You know what I'm saying? I saw something that was quite interesting. Quite interesting. They was talking to Damon Wayans on his interview. And they asked him, did he see verses? And he was like, nah, he don't watch the verses. But he said, do they do it for comedians? I thought that was a weird question for somebody to say he hasn't seen verses. But then he says, do they do it for comedians? I thought that was kind of weird. Nigga, you do watch verses, and you knew what they were saying. So they was like, nah, but they should do it for verses. He said, so they asked him, if you did a verses, Damon Wayans, if you did a verse with somebody, who would you want to do a verses with? This nigga said Dave Chappelle. And I was like, I had to sit back and think for a second. I said, that nigga sure is reaching for the stars. But I will say, Damon Wayans did not stop doing stand-up because he wasn't funny. I think the nigga just stopped because he was doing movies. He started making that movie money, and he ain't care no more about the stand-up. But Damon Wayans got one of the most funniest stand-ups. I think it was on HBO. If you pull it, if you want to see some funny shit, look at his stand-up. I think in the early 90s, dog. That shit had me laughing from beginning to the end. That nigga is hilarious. But what I thought was interesting is I feel like it's a lot more black comedians that don't think Dave Chappelle is funny. I think it's some people that they don't think. I think Dave Chappelle is the Richard Pryor of our time. I do. And the reason why is because if you know anything about Richard Pryor is arguably the Michael Jordan of comedy, of stand-up. And I would say he should have that title. Richard Pryor will be vulnerable. He would speak about himself in the most honest way. He would speak about life in an honest way. And Dave Chappelle, I feel like he packages up that same flair, but I think he takes it a step further because the reason why I say I think he's even greater than Chappelle, I would have never said that if that what was that? What was that thing that he did? 433 before? What was it? What was it? 443? What the fuck was it? The number thing that he put out. There's supposed to have been like a new numeric joint. He was talking about the 7. It was something. The shit he said about George Floyd that was on YouTube. You saw that? Nigga, where you be at? Where I always say, do you see? You like, no, nah. Where you be at, nigga? But yeah, when he did that, he did a talk. It wasn't even a stand-up. He just brought people together and talked to them about the George Floyd situation, how he processed it. And at that moment, I said, damn, dog, this nigga actually is taking this comedian shit to a whole nother plateau. Because when they say, yeah, comedians give you something to think about and laugh, yeah, that's one thing. But that nigga didn't even make me laugh. Niggas was just sitting there thinking. And they was fine with it. They was fine with just coming to see him talk. And that's when I was like, nah, bro, this nigga's, he's special, bro. He might be, like I say, I don't like to try to put niggas against each other because that's a white thing that we do. It's there only could be one great. No, nigga, it's a bunch of greats. And I think Dave Chappelle should be spoken highly in the same breath as Richard Pryor. But I see, it seems like the people in his age, his peer group, they don't see him that way. They don't see him. They use all kind of shit. He's not a black comedian or all types of shit. White people made him, like all types of shit I see. But that motherfucker is great. And I think that nigga will smoke Damon Wayans' fucking boots, though. I don't know. I think he would smoke his fucking boots. I think Damon Wayans need to pull back a little bit. Maybe he can versus Kevin Hart. He'll smoke Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart ain't said shit funny since his first stand-up. So he'll smoke Kevin Hart. But last but not least, I've been hearing this shit about, I've been trying to stay away from this shit about Dre. But they keep saying it. They keep saying it over and over again, like, Dr. Dre is not supporting his daughter enough. And then I heard his daughter created a GoFundMe for shelter. And then I'm starting to think, why is it that they keep saying Dr. Dre's daughter? Ain't his ex-wife getting a bag? Why can't she motherfucking give this goddamn daughter some money? Why they keep, why? Then it hit me. I said, you know what? It's gotta suck to be with a woman for as long as you was with a woman. Have a kid with Dr. Dre's with that woman. Have kids by this woman. And the kids come out to be ain't shit. That's gotta suck. Because I'm starting to see, you know what? I'm starting to see privilege. Privilege is almost like poison. It's something about being born in a struggle, my nigga, where it strengthens you. Or put like it can strengthen you. Something about being in a struggle. Being in privilege, though, having that entitlement that my dad's money should be our money, my money. What does that do for your growth? What does that do for your personal ambition? If you think your parents' shit's supposed to be your shit. The reason why niggas don't think that way on the normal, because our parents ain't got shit to give us. Shit, we've given our parents shit. So, but I'm sitting there thinking, like, because this ain't the first time that we've seen some privileged kids complaining about their privileged parents not supporting them. And the cases keep going. Brian McKnight had some children that was talking about he don't support them. He said they fucking grown. Same thing with Dr. Dre's daughter. She's fucking grown. I heard that on Mendices and Yandy, their first adopted daughter, they trying to buy her a place. She's crying to me. I feel like y'all kicking me out. Nigga, they buying you a place. They gonna pay your first couple months rent. You better go and get going, bitch. But yeah, man. All I'm saying is, kids, you ain't privileged to shit. If you got some privilege, if you got some gifts coming down from your parents, be grateful, motherfuckers. Niggas don't owe you shit. But on that note, I holler at you niggas. Y'all be easy. Next week on the Maf Kast, holla.